Hello, hello. I think I'm live. We'll see if I am. Hello, hello, hello. Michelle, you retracted your your message. I don't know if you meant to do that or not, but you did. And then everything just went, there we go. Hello. Okay. Everything went black for a second, but I think I'm back up. I'm going to plug in my phone real quick. Because you know they die so quickly. And all right, so let's get started. We're going to dive in really quick today. I have done a lot of the cutting and stuff for today, but there might be some to make it go shorter, but we'll see. Okay, let's do prizes from last week. We had the, hey Angie, we had the pearlized enamel effects, and that is for Kathy Tremblay. I will get that in the mail to you. And then I also had the framed florets, and that will go to Melissa Engel. I have both of your addresses, so I will put those in the mail to y'all, if not tomorrow, before the end of the week. And the prizes for, hello Karen, prizes for next week, so make sure you comment, make sure you share. And that is going to be a pack of this metallic and shimmer 6x6 paper. And then the other is the bundle for the sweet candy canes. So you're going to start seeing some prizes kind of pop up too on my Facebook page, because I've got quite a stash of extra prizes for the holiday catalog. So I need to get rid of them. So you're going to start seeing some of those pop up, just random things on Facebook, or even on YouTube. You never know. So you have to be watching. Michelle, I have zero idea what I'm doing these days. Girl, don't we all? Don't we all? Hey, Melissa. So Melissa, you won for this week, and it was the framed florets bundle. So you won that. So I'm going to mail that to you, which goes along with your stamp set with all the holiday messages, the sentiments. I kind of coordinated with that. So, okay, let's get started. We're going to dive in, and again, don't forget to share. We've got a bundle and then a pack of 6x6 paper. And today we are going to be using, I did get the link. Sorry, I did mean to say this. Really the only announcement I have right now, thankfully, is the December tutorial bundle. I haven't printed, for whatever reason, I haven't printed the page for it, but I do have it. I got the link earlier today, and I will be getting that out to those that ordered this past weekend. So I'll be working on getting that out this week. So just know that this is a sample of my card. Yay! For December. I am in love with it, actually. I like the colors of it. And it uses that paper, the framed florets, which is getting ready to retire, because when the new catalog comes out, it goes away. Deb. You know, that does make me feel good, though, that you've been waiting for me since yesterday. And then don't forget that the holiday catalog does retire at the end of the month. So make sure that you're checking out those products that you want on that last chance list. So don't forget that. That's all I got for today, which is good. Today we are going to be using the Window Wishes bundle. And Deb, I hope I do it justice, because This I really thought would be an easy set for me, and it actually proved to be quite difficult. I struggled. So we'll see. Give me your honest feedback on your thoughts on my projects. Because yeah, I struggled. So it's a miracle I got 3 out. So let's get started on that note. On that note. Okay, this is going to be my first card. This is a card that I've actually had together for a while, and Michelle, you've seen this one. I was going to do the Crafty Collaboration catalog launch for the holiday, and well, let's just say I didn't ever get the actual video done because I was so busy with getting all of the projects done, or the class done for hitting my 100,000 and then reaching that incentive trip, and I just got way too far behind. So I had created the card, just never was able to get further with it. So we are going to create that one. I'm going to pull out all my adhesives real quick. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm a little slow today, a little slow. I think with it being on Tuesday, I'm thrown off. So this card, we're going to do a little die cutting. But first, I want to show you this piece right here in the background. Hello, Kathy. Oh. Michelle, do you not remember? I asked your opinion on it to make sure it was good for a whole bunch of people to see. This background piece and this little piece right here that's going to be in our window is from the Today is the Day Memories and More card pack. I wanted to somehow incorporate this because I loved a lot of the images that are in the paper are leaves and you know, flowers and whatever else, and so those always look really good in windows. And you look through windows to see them, to admire them. So that's what we did. So that's what I did in creating this card. So we are going to take our card base and we're going to fold it in half. We're going to take this piece here and we're going to adhere it to our card front. And you'll notice that you're going to have a little white border at the top and a little white border at the bottom. And that is fine. If you don't like that, you can always cut your card base a little smaller. We're going to flip that over. And I'm actually going to use liquid glue just so that it's easier to move around and get that level. On the back, I did want to show you this. So there are some really good sentiments on the back of this. You've got laugh, dreamer, coffee. You've got the months here. You've got family, friends, inspire, create, make. So you can even cut those out and create a little card as well. And this pack is from the annual catalog, so it's not retiring. How about that? So you can still get it. We did. We missed Michelle's sense of humor and all that fun stuff. Michelle keeps us going with the laughs at class on Saturdays. So I've cut out one of the windows. See, I told you I tried to do a bunch of the die cutting just because there's no reason for you to sit here and watch me do all of it. But this is the piece I cut out from Crumb Cake. And what we're going to do is we're going to flip that over. And we're going to attach some dimensionals to it. But what we're going to do with the, we're going to use different dimensionals other than our regular. We're going to use the strips, which I did forget to pull those. So, all right, so we're going to use these adhesive strips here, and we're going to just, one of the things I like about the strips is that you can kind of make it move with how the image is. And then once it adheres, then, you know, it's stuck there, so it's not going to move. And you don't really have to put it on the whole thing, but I figured why not? If we're already here and doing it, might as well, right? Because you could just cut some little small strips and do it that way, but all right, so we're going there. And then we'll do here. And we're not making a shaker with it, so you don't have to make sure that everything butts up. All right. So we've got all that. Now we're going to take off that backing. And I'm going to unstick my fingers from it. We're going to set this down, face up, and then we're going to put our window over it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because the great thing is we can flip this over and we can trim off whatever is sticking out. So we're going to trim off this there. And then we're going to trim this. Make sure not to cut your window itself. And then I'm going to come down and trim all this off so that I definitely know it's not sticking out. And you could always measure it if you don't want to cut it off, but I just found it was easier to just trim it. Okay, so we've got all of that done. Now we're going to adhere this directly to our card front, and we're just going to do liquid glue for that as well. We're going to stick it right kind of over here. And what it kind of made me think of when I did this card was that, you know, it's kind of flowing, but it kind of pops up that window and just makes it it makes it stand out a little bit more with the different backgrounds like that. Okay. We are going to stamp our sentiment and stamp our house and all that good stuff. So we've got we don't need the trees for this one. I just need the roof. I grabbed the wrong one. So that's our house, and then our roof, and then we need our car, which I may have forgotten to take out, and I've already got the wheels stamped, so I don't need to do anything with that. And then I just need our sentiment. And one thing I wanted to show you quick too is you could always put your sentiment up here, but I decided I wanted it to be a little further down so that it would fill in kind of this space out here. All right. Oh, and don't forget, stick around because I do have sneak peeks for everyone to see for today. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. You always make me feel so good. You know, I have been doing Facebook Lives for, a year, almost 2 years now. 2 years now. I think January will be 2 years. And I'm going to be quite honest with y'all. I don't think I'm any better today than I was then. I am still a nervous wreck. I feel like I'm never organized. And you know what? Y'all still love on me, which is just amazing. Y'all are the most amazing people in the world. Y'all are my little crafty community for sure. All right, so we're going to stamp in real red for here, for the car. And then for our house, and I stamped that in garden green, our sentiment. Our bottom part of the house, we're going to stamp in Night of Navy. Get it good and inked up. And then our top, we're going to use with Smoky Slate. All right. I will say one thing about this stamp set. If you see the difference between those two stamped images, I had to pretty much season the stamps, which really for me just means that all I did was stamp with them, and then I take a piece of paper, and when I stamp it, I just kind of rub it like that, and it's almost like it gets that film off, and then I clean it really good, and then I ink it back up, and then it usually stamps perfect. So I call that my seasoning. Most people do it a little differently than that, but that usually works for me. And is much easier than doing all the other tricks that they have. Okay, let's grab the cutting machine. I'm gonna stick those there. Make sure I get everything out of the way so I don't lose it all. And I went ahead and cut the heart out, but the heart is from the Give It a Whirl dies, which you know are my favorite. Okay, so we are gonna we're gonna cut out our little house, and I'm gonna grab some sticky for all this. All right, there's our house and our car and our roof. And if you look through this little hole right here, that's how you line it up. So you line up your big part there, but then you want to make sure that that smoky slate, you can see through your little hole, and then you know you have it lined up. All right, so we're gonna do these really quick, and then we'll do the other pieces. Okay. All right, so we got that. It might be stuck. There we go. Our house and our car. And we're going to put all these back on so we don't lose them. I'm famous for dropping dies everywhere. And there we go. Okay, now we're going to put the tires on here. So that's this little funny piece right here. That's for your tires. And really it can go either way. Okay, now for this piece here, we are going to take our solid window, just that outline part. We're going to just guess. So I'm kind of getting it even right here. And then I'm just going to move it up. And then I'm going to say a quick prayer that says, God, please let it be in the right place. And I probably should cut it first, but I never could remember. So I figured I'd just show you how I did it. And then we are gonna look at it, and that's not too shabby, so we're gonna go with it. And then we've got our little tires right there. And let me put all this back on here. Now I really feel like a hot mess because everything is sticking to me. All right. Get rid of all that. Get rid of all this. And move that. Okay. Now I'm going to take that sentiment, and I don't need it to be, I don't need all that little extra part. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim it at an angle. So it looks like it's supposed to be at an angle. So there we go. Now we'll bring back in our card. And we're going to use those strips again. And we're going to use it on this side over here. So this piece should be just perfect. And again, it'll just run like that. Then we're going to put a little bit of glue right there, and I'm going to just use some liquid glue only because that's what I've got out. All right, so I'm going to leave it just like that. We're going to take our little heart right here, and we're going to pop it up. Now, because I used those strips, I need to use those again for the back of the heart. And the reason for that is these are higher than regular dimensionals, okay? So I'm going to stick one here, and I'm going to stick a little baby one right there. And we'll take off the backs, and then we're going to put it at an angle like that. Now it's the same height. Then we're going to take and pop this right over. Okay, we're going to flip, let's see. We're going to do, it's real tricky with these. So there's not much overlay when you are putting your roof on. So if you can see, it's really just a small amount that's going to overlay. So I want to figure out how to make sure that it stays. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put it up. And I've put enough together now that I kind of know what it looks like. If it's not perfect, it'll ultimately be okay. All right. We're going to take these little pieces again. We're going to cut some. I think that might be a little too long. And we're going to place this right here. And that's going to attach it together. We'll flip it, make sure I like how it looks. And I think that's fine. Then we're going to cut another little piece. That's probably a little too small. And again, I'm using the strips only because I need to make sure that the height is the same. And then we're going to do this side there. And we'll put that little one there. And then we'll put this little one right here. And we're going to take the backs off. And I'm leaving a little bit of room here in the center because what I want to do after I actually get the backings off, there we go. I want to straddle that. Well, that one might be a little too close. Let's move it that way. All right, hold on. We're going to make it work. Okay, now we're going to straddle our window there. And so it's going to lay flat across, and I don't know why it's being weird on this side. And I'm going to fix that in just a second. But we're going to take our car and we are going to put a dimensional. Actually, no, we're not. I know. Sorry. It's been a long time since I've done this card, so I'm trying to remember all the ins and the outs. We're going to take a little piece of tear and tape because that piece is not going to get popped up. So we are going to put tear and tape right across there. Like that. And then we're going to attach it there, and there. And so it's almost like for us. Okay. And then you could also use some liquid glue, but I find because it's a very, very small piece that liquid glue does kind of mess it up some. Okay, so now we're gonna stick this right about here. And in all honesty, I don't feel like you need any dimensionals behind it or anything like that. So we're gonna literally just take off that adhesive backing. And I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive down to the back of the car. And then we're just going to stick it right up here. And it will sit just fine. To fix this, I'm going to take a little small glue dot from a paper pumpkin kit. I'm going to place it right up underneath that little awning thing. I think it's more of like an awning. It's the edge of the roof, I know, but it looks like an awning part. And there we go. Okay, so now I've adhered it down, so we're good to go. And then the last thing we're gonna do is we are going to take some linen thread, you know, my favorite, after I get everything out the way. And we are going to tie a bow. And somehow I've misplaced my linen thread. No worry though. Oh, there it is. Just kidding. It was on the other tray. It was on the wrong side of the tray instead of the right. Okay, then we're going to tie a bow. I'm telling you, Tuesday, it's just got me off guard. I don't know why. It'd be the same way. All right, we're going to trim off those tails. Just like that. We'll grab another glue dot. We're going to ball that glue dot up. We are going to stick it right here at the end of our sentiment. And then we're going to pop that right on. And ta-da, there is card number 1. Oh, thank you, Deb. All right, I'm going to grab a sip of water real quick. Okay. I'm doing a lot of talking apparently today. Okay, so there's card number 1. I'm going to set that aside real quick. And then card number 2 is this one right here. And I'm going to say I do really like this one, but it took me a long time to get there. Oh, thank you, Carrie. And I did use a lot of colors for this one. I used, well, I mean, a lot. I say a lot. I used 4. This is very springy, and I love these 4 colors together. Love it, love it, love it. And don't worry, I have done all the die cutting on this one. So you do not have to sit and watch me at all. On this piece here to create my hill, I used, of course, the basic border dies. For this, oh, you know what? I'd take that back. Oh, no, wait, no, I don't have to because it's down there. I used the Charming Sentiments, the congratulations, for the sentiment there. And, you know, we never have enough of like congratulations on your new home, congratulations on finding the perfect neighborhood for yourself. You know, we don't have those kind of cards. And for whatever reason, I guess I've been on that lately. So last week I did I think it was last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago I did a gingerbread house with welcome to the neighborhood kind of card. So we're sticking to that again. And I guess it's because it's the little houses, you know? All right, so we're going to attach this. And we're going to attach it with dimensionals so we can kind of stick the houses down. And what I tried to do, because they're all the same image, I kind of tucked this one down a little bit further, just so that it didn't look as tall, if that makes sense. It makes it look a little different, not all the same house. Okay, that was at least my thought of it, so that's what I'm going with. All right, and of course, you know, I'm going to put a lot of dimensionals on this because I do want to make sure. I am making sure that I come down just a little bit though, because I don't want to stop from being able to tuck those up underneath. All right, so now I'm going to attach it to the front, and I'm just going to plop the opening of the card base down. I'm going to line that up by sight that way, and then we're just going to go straight up. And it moved. But that's okay, because that's an easier fix than really, really wonky. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to put all of our houses together. And I did pop up the Coastal Cabana one. So we're going to attach, regular dimensionals are a little easier. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take a dimensional here. I'm going to put it like that. Then I'm going to take the front and just lay it down. And now it's attached to that one dimensional. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put this one right there. And that is a little further down than normal. Okay. So for this one, I just had to make sure I could get it attached to both parts so it would stay. This one we're going to just tuck real quick. It just literally all I'm doing is just kind of tucking that little bottom part right down into it. And we're going to move that off just a little bit. We want that one to look tall. Okay, then we're going to take our yellow one, and it's going to be flat. So how I'm going to do this one is I'm going to take a piece of that tear and tape. I think you succeeded. They don't look the same. Oh, good. Or finding the perfect puppy for the family. Hey, you know what? That is a good idea, Michelle. Look at you go. Maybe you should come up with all my ideas for cards. Although you're probably going to tell me, no, I have to come up enough with my own. So, for those of you who don't know, Michelle does lives too. So you should become friends with her on Facebook and go watch her lives. She's a stinking hoot on them. All right, so now that I've got that piece there, I'm going to do one over here so that it'll keep that side down. And then we can do just a little bit more right here. And then you don't have to put regular adhesive on it. We'll take off the backings. And I'm going to put one more piece right here because, you know, I don't know, I guess because I'm live, but you know, the moment you go live, nothing ever goes the way it did before when you were putting it all together, right? So I'm just going to put another piece there. And we are going to stick this one further down into our little hill right there. And we will put it flat, which gives it a little bit of other dimension too, so it doesn't look like they're all right there together. Makes them look like they have a little plot of land. That is correct. Yes, Deb, she really is. She is doing a fantastic job. She has gotten on there and she has done it. And, you know, it's quite amazing. Took me a long time to decide to start doing lives. I was so scared. And Michelle has just jumped right on in. And Michelle, you will have to tell me what your story behind your dog comment is. Although, you know, I could probably bring home every single dog that I find. I do not, but I could. I definitely could. Okay, so we're going to do this one the same way as we did before. And I'm going to put this close up because that part's going to sit on top of the hill. So we don't need that to be, and it's okay to have a little bit of white there too, because it's going to get covered up by the tree. All right, so now let's take our trees and see, we're going to cover that up with that tree right there. We're going to take a little bit of liquid glue here. We're going to cut up our dimensionals. And I'm going to cut just a little piece right here. And I think that'll be okay. We'll put a little bit more liquid glue there. We'll take off that back. And then we're going to set it right here. Oh, you know what? I needed that over a little further, but that's okay. We're just going to stick with it right there. Okay, and then you notice that that white is covered up there. Okay, we're going to take liquid glue, put it on all of that. And we're going to tuck it right there. We're going to take a single one, tuck it right here, cut another little small dimensional, stick it right here, one more dimensional. I was like, where did my scissors go? Right in front of my face. Put that one there. Stick that one here. And ta-da, there we go. I did have one extra one, but we will we'll save that for another project. And you know what I forgot? To stamp my sentiment. Of course I did. That's the story of my life. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. I did this last week, y'all. All right, let's say a little prayer. Oh, please God, let me get this right. And not get, you know what? I need to clean it because that has a lot of ink on it. That might have been my angry ink up. So let's try that again. Angry at myself, obviously. Okay. And I don't know why it's catching that edge there, but you see it's catching it. So we're going to get that off. Because, you know, it's already going to be a struggle enough. All right. Okay, let's say a little prayer. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, ta-da! Yes. Okay. We need to add our bow to the top. I tell you. I guess if I had messed up, we would have been putting a lot of embellishments down there. All right, so we're going to tie a bow up here. And I'm going to tell you, I do struggle a little bit with the twine. So I do have a little bit more than what I normally would so that I can adjust it and play with it. That actually, yeah, you see how it all curls? But we're not going to play with that. I will play with that afterwards. That one took me a while to play with. So, and this ribbon is the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. So it comes with a whole bunch of colors, but because I have so much of it, I've kind of changed it up some. So, okay, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add these fine sparkle adhesive backs. And I absolutely love these. This is what these coordinate with the gnome dies in the current catalog, or in the holiday catalog, I guess. And we're going to take and put a whole bunch on here, because why not sparkle up? Alrighty. So there is card number 2. I'll have to say this is probably my favorite one. Definitely hands down my favorite one. But it also took me a while to get there with this one. All right, let's do the last one. We'll put the pretty one on top. All right. This is card number 3, and I wanted to make it a Christmas one since it is kind of around the Christmas time. Make sure I get you in with some Christmas stuff. And I have, again, done the stamping and all that since you saw me on the first card. You don't need to watch me again, right? Don't need any of those. Just the sentiment. Okay. We are going to actually take some of the garden green, and we are going to stamp the trees on the inside piece to make it pretty. And I'm stamping on and stamping off and making it definitely a little on the woodsy side. And then we'll do one more right here. Okay. That's right, Melissa. Bling it up. Oh, thank y'all. Okay, that's going to go on our inside. So we are going to fold this over. And I really wanted to make sure that we were able to see the goodies that I got. And y'all will be proud. I did not go berserk and buy the whole catalog, even if I really wanted to. I kept it contained. I did buy all the paper because I will be having a paper share, and information on that will come out next week. So be on the lookout for that. You'll just basically sign up on a Google form. And then as soon as the catalog goes live, I can have you pay for it. So, but I can't collect the money until it goes live. Okay, we're going to stamp on one of the stylish shapes. This is one of the banner dies. We're going to stamp Merry Wishes. We're going to just stamp that right in the center. Ta-da! Those stylish shapes, stylish shapes, they have been very good to me since they came out in June. All right. Now, oh, you know what I did forget to do? I forgot to cut the hole right there. All right, so I need to cut the hole. I'm going to do it, though, behind me so you don't have to watch it. All right. Ta-da! You know, he only brought in one. It was only one. Can you believe that? I know. It's a shocker, I know. Okay, so we're going to take this. This is the vellum specialty paper in the holiday catalog. We're going to take some liquid glue and just run it along the outside. Just lightly around the outside of that circle. And then we're just going to put this down. I'm going to attach it right there. Ta-da. And we're just going to let that lay there for just a minute. And we're going to start taking dimensionals and putting dimensionals on the back. And I'm going to attach it to the vellum too, just to make sure it stays on. And I'm going to put a lot on there, which is just fine. And then let me put one more right here, just for good measure. Okay. We're going to flip it over now. We are going to put liquid glue on the back of this. And all I did was I cut one of the scallops and one of the smooth circles that would line up together. So the smooth one lines up inside. Inside the scalloped one. So it creates that peeking hole, I guess. I don't know what you would really call it. But I think it kind of reminds me of, you know, in the cruise ships, and you have like the little peeking window when you're kind of like below. That's kind of what it reminds me of. All right, we'll flip that over. And we're going to put a thin line of glue there. Then we'll flip it over. And we're going to adhere it right there to the outside. Okay. Now we're going to take this piece of DSP, and this is the candy cane DSP. I can't remember what it's called right now off the top of my head, but it's the one that coordinates with the candy canes. We're going to stick that right down here. This is another piece of it, and we're going to take, which is the back side of that. And we're just going to adhere this right over, right through the center. And that one goes from end to end. We are going to take our linen thread and we are going to wrap it around 3 times. One, 2, and 3. And then we're going to tie a cute little bow. I seriously don't know what I will do if they ever do retire the linen thread. They're going to have to come out with something similar to it. And I really think they should come out with a linen thread for every single Stampin' Up! Color. Who's with me on that one? You should all be with me on that one. Okay. There we go. That is a crazy looking bow. I think the thread not the twine, the thread is easier to tie, which is why I think I like it so much. I mean, that didn't look like it was easier, but I promise it is easier. All right. So now we're going to take and flip it over. We're going to take all of these dimensional backs off. Yes, the 500 of them. And we will put it on our card front, right there in the center. Okay, and then let's build our house up. So we are gonna pop our house up. So we're gonna take one of those dimensionals. My fingers are now sticky, so it's sticking to everything. And we are gonna put it right there. And we will place our top right there on it. So it all coordinates together. And then we'll take another one and line it up right there. And one more there. We're going to pop it up right here. Add a little bit of liquid glue to the back of our... Yes, I know, Deb. That's exactly right. Me too, Melissa. And I think they do need to come out with like one for every color. We have a sandbox with Stampin' Up. And I might add that in there frequently. They probably hate seeing it. Oh, there's that crazy Amy again. She's adding in that linen thread in every color. Okay, we're going to cut one of the dimensionals again. And we are going to put it there. And then put that right beside the house. And the last thing we need to do is put our sentiment on. And I'm going to take this row right here. And we're going to put this up here at the top as close as we can get it. I'm just going to take that off. I should have put it there. It's a little too out there. And then we're going to cut another piece. And we're going to put it on the other side. Down as far as we can get it. And I know that's just a little piece that's in between, but we're going to get this on both sides of that linen thread. So it's going to hold that sentiment down instead of it being wobbly. Okay? And we're going to stick this as close as we can to the center. Press it down. And so see now when you touch it, it's not wobbly because it's got adhesive on the paper as well as the linen thread. But then there is our last card. All right, let me bring back in the cards and then I'm going to move everything so that I can show you the new stuff. Okay, so there we go. So we kind of have, I used the houses in all of them, all three of them, in different ways. Yay! All right, so there it is, and I'll let you look at those. So there's something on the screen while I clean everything up and away. And almost there. Okay. I'm creating a little bit of room for myself too, because I'm gonna need it. I mean, not really like need it, but you know, when you start opening the paper, you need a place to set it. Okay. So Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here are the glorious, and I do say glorious, catalogs because they are truly glorious. I am in, there are products that I don't necessarily care for. Yes. For the most part, at least the mini catalog, I am in love with just about everything. But of course, I did contain it. Verna would even be proud of me. I know she's not on here tonight, but she would even be proud of me. I stayed away from flowers. Even with the sentiments being so good. I think I may have one that's on the list to get that is a flower later on if I get there, but if not, I don't. So anyway, these are the catalogs. If you have ordered from me in the last 6 months, you do have one on its way to you. And if you're at Dawsey, I should have them by then. Okay, let's kind of go through, I'm going to go through 3 papers, and some, like a suite. So this suite right here, and you can see I've already started playing with this one, because this one is going to be, oh, thank you, Angie. I think my husband might be proud of me too, although I'm not really sure he knows that I didn't go all out. This one is a suite that will be my card for the catalog launch party. And this one does have a flower in it, but this one, let me show you the dies. This is all me. If you know me, and a lot of people said that when they saw this set that they thought of me. I love the outdoors. I don't look like I do, but I do. I love the outdoors. I love camping. I do a camping trip with some of my closest girlfriends and have for years. We go out to some property and we camp. We do pinch tents. This year we didn't pitch tent. Yes, Karen, I think I did. If not, I have one to give to Amanda for you, so don't worry. And yeah, so we go out there, we cook, we laugh, we cut up, we play cards, we play games, and I just love it. It's in the great outdoors. There's not a lot around. First time I ever took my husband out there, he's a little worried. He was like, I can hear the banjos playing, and I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what. Yep, it's really that far out. But it is amazing, and it's quiet and peaceful, and it allows me to rejuvenate, and that's what nature does for me. I do not keep plants alive. I kill them, but the great outdoors, it does its own thing, right? I don't have to worry about any of it, and so I think that's why I love the great outdoors. So these are the dies that go with it. It's got a little moon, and of course it has the tent, which is just the best. It has a runner, and there's your hiker. When I was younger, I did do a lot of hiking. I really need to get back into that because I did. I loved it. It was very peaceful, and then you've got like a motocross bike here. So this piece right here is the back to the tent. And I'm not going to show you the cards I've been working on because I want them to be a surprise on the day of the catalog launches. But, so that is it. This is a little walking stick that you can put with your hiker. You could probably even put it with your runner if you wanted. And then you've got the clouds. The sentiments. And this is probably the one that I'm going to go the longest on, like as far as products, because this truly is my top set in the whole catalog. But we're in this together. And then you've got wishing you joy in this next adventure. Mountains of thanks. You belong among the stars. That right there. I love that one. This moment is the start of something great, and I'm so inspired by your courage. So then you've got these embellishments here, and you can see I've already used 2 of them actually. But one thing with these is you can color them as well with the blends and it'll stay, which is amazing. Okay, this is the ribbon that goes with it. It's twine, but it's a thicker twine, so it does a little better than your thin twine. And then let's look at the paper. Okay, so you've got this one. And hold on, I'm gonna get the opposite side for you. I haven't used that much of it. Not yet anyway. And then that's your opposite side. And then we're just gonna take all of it out. How about that? Except for that little piece. You've got that, which I guess technically kind of goes like, maybe like, yeah, I guess like that. It's almost two sides. So you've got like a bottom and a top. And that's kind of how it is with all of them, is that it can be used for different, you know, sceneries, but like you have a top and a bottom scenery. Let me get that piece, maybe. All right, and there's the back side of it, which I love that. And then you've got that one. And that side. And then you've got that one. That's a bunch of trees, which I guess technically kind of goes like that. So is this your forest? This one I think is probably my favorite out of them. And I might be a little afraid. But this is gorgeous. So see what I'm saying? Like here's like a scene you can do, and then there's like another scene you can do. These would be great for some scrapbooks as well. And then you've got this, which I've almost used a whole sheet of this. So you've got your Starry Night. So this is the only piece I have left of it. And then there you go. You've got your two sets of your scenes again. Okay, so I'm not going to go that long on all of them, just this one because it's my favorite, legit my favorite. I'm going to put stamp sets and all that over there. Okay, there is another suite that I got, and that's the Country Bouquet. So that's a stamp set and a punch. And then it's got some really pretty ribbon that goes with it. It's got like it almost looks like a denim, and then it got like a little bit silkier, but you know, it's of course a crumb cake. So you've got that. And then you've got the paper that coordinates with it, which is really, really pretty. So you've got, and it comes with 4 pieces of each. So I'll do that for you. Oh no, it actually comes with 6 of each, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's 8 pieces of each. So that's your one side, that's your other side. And then you've got that. And that's your back side. I will say I'm loving this paper. You'll probably see this paper a whole bunch. I've got that one. And then you've got this one. And this one. Melissa, I figured you would say that. Melissa is my paper sharer for sure. I always can count on her. All right, so that's this paper. Now, the great thing about this suite is it coordinates with another designer series paper. And we'll pull it out. So you've got one, and that's your opposite side. I love the colors of these papers. Like, that's really pretty to me. And then that's your other side. So you've got a good Valentine's Day, but then you also have any other time of the year, a good spring color. I love the bicycles. I love the bicycles. That would be good for a masculine card. So see, it's more than just Valentine's Day, which is really cool. And that's got little hearts on it. And then you've got the stripes, which is really pretty. And then those are little heart flowers. And then you've got the hearts on that one. Okay. All right, so there's that suite. That one is done. Now I'm going to go through, let's see. I did semi-organize it so that it would be a little less difficult. We'll go through the embellishments really quick. I'm not going to take them out of the packaging, but these are some amazing embellishments in this catalog. I am in love with the embellishments. Almost to the point of where I almost thought about doing a embellishment share, but the math, not that I'm not good at math, I'm actually good at math, but I was like, it's too much. Because you have to cut, and all your embellishments are different numbers inside and all that. But I love the colors that they've chosen for the embellishments. And it's some good masculine ones, as well as, see, there's another masculine one, as well as some good feminine ones too. That goes along with the bicycle, the motorcycle set, which I did not buy. See, I did contain myself. Here are the embossing folders. I will take these out because they're going to come out anyway. This is a basket weave one. Is that what it says? Cane weave. I'm sorry, cane weave. Which is, it's really pretty. It's one of those that you probably really would have to see in person. And then this is the one that goes along with the motorcycle one. It's the metal plate, which I always love those for masculine cards. Okay, moving on. Let's do, all right, so here are the alphabet dies. I did get those because, you know, I love my alphabet dies. So these are really thin, really thin. I don't know how often I will use these, but they are really thin, and there are a lot of them. And they're actually a pretty good price for how many, obviously, dies you get in it. And then I got the Share a Milkshake. This is probably going to be my Valentine to-go class that I do every year. So I love the hearts there. I probably would have to say this is going to be my second favorite one. Maybe my third. Second or third. Love You More, or Love for You. Sorry, Love for You. One amazing thing that they've done this year is all of the dies are named the same as the stamp set. So hallelujah to that. And these are like outlines. So they layer, so your words layer up. So you've got the really thin, and then you've got the thicker as you go. All right, so that's that one. And see, this is the one that I don't know if is my second or my third favorite. This one and the other one will probably go back and forth. So On the Ocean. And the reason I got this, and the reason I love it, is because it reminds me of my Cayman trip. So we saw from far away what looks like, you know, pirate ships. And I'm going to find that picture so I can show you. But I'm going to do a Facebook Live on this one in early January. So, but it's got the sails, and it's got the water and all that fun stuff. So love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. And then, of course, I got the Taco Fiesta. I absolutely love this set. And those of you who don't know, this is $1 million set from Erica Serwin. She's Pink Buckaroo, and I know, I mean, she's, you know, $1 million stamper, obviously, but she is my hero when it comes to the Stampin' Up! World. I absolutely love her. I love her designs. She's like one of the first people that ever really spoke to me as far as like watching her videos. So of course I had to get her set, and I'm in love with it. So you'll see that one, maybe in class, maybe it's a Facebook Live too. And then of course I got the gnomes. I got these for Kathy Goldie. These 3 pieces right here coordinate with the gnome dies that are currently in our holiday catalog. So the gnome dies will roll over. This one does not, and I don't know what else from that set matches, but I know the 3 here match. And then I got the watercolor world. I got this one because I'm going to be using this one too with my samples for the Greatest Journey for catalog launch. I keep wanting to call it World Card Making Day for some reason. Okay. Hey, guess what? That's all the dies and stamp sets I got. I did really good. See? Of course, I did get all the paper because I wanted to look at all of it and put my hands on it. I do always buy all the paper and all the embellishments. Okay, so this one is called Regency Park 6x6. This is some beautiful blue paper too. And there are 4 sheets in this one of each design. Oh, let me show you that first so you can kind of see it. Because those are some big flower patterns there. So you got that side, and then there's the other. Hey, I'm good with that, Michelle. I'm good with that. We've got that and that one. I am completely cool with that. Girl, I love me some tacos. I love me some Mexican. I could eat Mexican every day of my life. All right, and that side and that side. They got some really good paper this time. I'll have to say, they did a good job with the embellishments and the paper. The ribbon, I think the ribbon's really good too. So there's one side, there's the other. That's a good masculine one right there. That one and that one. And that looks, I mean, it looks like denim, both of those do, which is kind of cool. Got that side and that side. You got like a good feminine side and then a good masculine side in all these. I like that one. That kind of reminds me of some retro styles there. All right, so then there's the last one, and then there you go. And I love the polka dots. All right. So we got 6x6 there, and then we got one more 6x6. Oh, really, Deb? Nothing? Oh. You know, that is crazy. But again, I really kept it to a bare minimum. I went through the catalog probably 50 times before I placed my order. Yup. This is really pretty paper. It is like painted. And then they turned it into the designer series paper, which I love when Stampin' Up! Does that. I love it when they do that. And then you've got that. That's really pretty. That would be good for a masculine card. I'm all about the masculine cards. Can't you tell? Today I am. Those are really pretty colors together. This one is called Fancy Flora. And it does coordinate with a flower set that I did not get. Probably the age difference. I wouldn't say that. Sometimes we get a lot of the same things. I really like it when they do these kind of painting ones. It's like Van Gogh, right? It's Stampin' Up, right? That one's really pretty. I like those colors too. That would be really good with the ocean set one because that almost looks like an ocean. You do it like this. That's your bottom, and look there. Okay, so then that's one side. And then here's your other. That's really pretty. And then one side, and side number 2, front side, side number 2, oh, I was like, what in the world? Just kidding. Okay, there's one side, and there's the other. These are really pretty colors together. That's really pretty. And then there's the other side. Ooh, I like that one too. I hadn't opened these, so some of these I had not the outdoorsy stuff. Oh, you crack me up. You crack me up. I will say the older I get though, the less I can handle being outside in the South Carolina heat. Okay, we're gonna run through the rest of the paper, because you know that's like the fun stuff is the paper. All right, so here's this one. This is real shiny, and it's 2 different patterns. You have like the Calypso Coral, and then I think this is like a Balmy Blue. Okay, and it's shiny, and I'm not sure how long I could look at that paper. Not sure at all. All right. All right, so you got side 1 and side 2. That's pretty. Side 1, side 2, side 1, side 2, side 1. I love that one. Side 2. Side 1, side 2, 1, and 2. I know I'm going through it fast, and I'm sorry. And that would go along with my Great Adventure one too, because it looks like a bunch of mountains. So, which you can always look at the replay, and there's probably 100 other demonstrators doing the same thing. This is some vellum here. Probably should just do it in a whole separate live, but you know. All right, so there are different patterns with this. So this is like some leafy stuff, and that is polka dots. I love the polka dots. And then you've got stripes. Pretty, pretty nice. Except the nose. Yeah, well, that means that I get to, you know, play with some stuff that I didn't get, which means I'm going to fall in love with it and then have to buy it, right? Thanks, Angie. Okay, this paper here is like a glitter. It's like a glimmer paper. Let me see what they're calling it. Sparkle, maybe? Textured shimmer. So they're calling it shimmer. They've got 2 papers that are called shimmer in this catalog, and I'm gonna say that I really like them. I did open these to take a look. This is actually textured, so it almost looks like it's the corrugated paper, and you've got the Balmy Blue, you've got like a pearlized white, and then you've got I think this is Shaded Spruce, if I'm not mistaken. It is Shaded Spruce. So these are gorgeous, and I absolutely love those. Love, love, love. This is the motorcycle paper, and this is a specialty paper. So it's got lots of shimmer and smooth filling side. So and then you've got that. I like that one there. I like the scenic pieces in this set. You got your checkered piece and then all your clothes. And then this is the last one right here, and it's got motorcycles on it. All right, And then this is the other shimmer paper. So we have what's called glimmer paper, but this shimmer paper is thinner and it's like shinier than the glitter paper. It is so pretty. So this is pretty, this is soft succulent. This is fresh freesia. And then it's a gold. And these are stunning, stunning. Okay. Now the last of the paper, I forgot to get the host paper, which means I do have to buy the host paper. But if you do the paper share, you will get you'll get a sampling of the host paper too. This is probably one of my other favorite pieces, or packs of paper, because I love me some animal print. Oh, sorry. Probably should let you see that a little longer. And of course it's shiny on one side. That would be great for mermaid cards. You got zebra. And I would assume maybe snake. Yes, a snake. Snake skin. And then you got your giraffe. Ooh, that's so pretty. And then this is a leopard. And oh, it's so pretty. I have a shirt very similar to that, actually. Okay. Now, the next two pieces, or the next two packs, are Celebration. Again, I didn't get a lot, so I had to really think about what paper and what Celebration items I was going to get. So, of course, I got two packs of this. I already had a pack from last month with On Stage. I was allowed to get Celebration items for some reason. So, but this is a gorgeous pack. I did not get the stamp set and the dies yet. I will get those. Not good for the Vertigo. Probably not, Angie. Yeah. One side would be fine for you, but probably not the other. The not so shiny side. But it is on my next order that I will have, which will be next month. Because I do plan on doing a class with this too. Because it's so pretty. So that's, I love this one. And I love this one. This one right here would be great for a scrapbook page. And then you've got that one there. Okay. So that is the Animal Farm one. And then we've got this one, and you can see I've already, well, this was the sneak peek I had last week, was that one. I'm gonna take the whole blooming thing out. Let's see. Okay, when I get to that, I'll pull that one back in. But you've got 4 pieces of each. And there's your side A and your side B's. Move them over here. Some of this probably is not good for your Vertigo either, Angie. Some of these patterns are a little crazy. This kind of reminds me of some retro going on too. All right, and then here's the one that we used last week in Facebook or YouTube Live. These are some, it's going to be hard with the paper. I'm going to really have a hard time using, not using the paper, but deciding which one to use because it is all so pretty. Got some blue and green. That one. Then you got that side and that side. Then you got some stripes. On the other side is polka dots. All right, and then here's the last one right there. This is really some gorgeous paper. The Hostess paper that they've been doing has been quite amazing, I will have to say. All right. Okay, so there's that. All right, and then all I have left to show you is, well, the ribbon. I can show you the ribbon real quick. Let's see if I can cut it open so you can see them. Get it in the light. Let's try over here. There we go. So you've got that one, which is really pretty and really soft. And then this one, which this one you can color on. And then this is the only other ribbon I got, which I don't think there were very many ribbons in this one. All right, struggling with that one. All right, and you've got that ribbon. Ooh, I love those. Those were not Celebration, by the way. Those were from the regular catalog. Okay, so you got that. And then here are the Celebration stamp sets I got. I got the Adorable Owls, the Sending Support, and the Thanks a Bunch. So that is the haul. That is all I got. See, I really did a good job, and it all came in one box. One box. All right, guys, don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to comment. And when you do that, your name will go into the drawing for the Sweet Candy Cane stamp set and dies. And then there's also a pack of the metallic and shimmer paper, which I guess they started the shimmer in the holiday. So yeah, Melissa, me too. I like the owls. Oh, look, we did get something the same. Yes. All right, y'all, have a great evening. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.